Good morning, traders. Richard here doing a quick Ichimoku cloud chart market review of the S&P 500 futures contract. I've got the E-minis up here. The daily chart now. In the last update, we were right about here. I'm going to switch to a clean cloud chart. We've got so many lines on here because we've been doing these updates for quite some time now. So let me just jump to a cleaner chart so we can see where we're at. Right, we'll start with the big picture, the weekly one. We're right here at the bottom end of the cloud, digging into that resistance. You can see that resistance level held there. A level to watch out for is this top end cloud chart resistance zone 4156. That held, so the market's going to make another attempt to break past that zone. And then if it manages to break past that zone, then the next resistance zone will be 4224. So we're at a critical juncture. Will the coming earnings season be good news or bad news? Is it going to break through that or reverse lower and then test the bottom end of the front end of the cloud? And these are two levels to watch out for. It's this zone here at the front end of the cloud, that support zone there. And then the bottom end of the cloud here is the other key support zone to watch out for. You could take that zone there. So that's the downside risk targets is between 3931 and 3850, 3849, 48 type zone. Interestingly, that this front end cloud support zone, bottom end of the cloud, is actually also the same as the turning line, standard line support line there. And so watch out for that. It's another major support zone. So that's on the weekly Ichimoku. Downside risk for the next couple of weeks could be down here if we have a weak earnings season, but we're looking for a breakout past this 4156. If the market breaks past that zone, then the next target will be 4224, the top end of the weekly cloud there. Now, a critical zone that can come in as support in the current rally is this 4060. That can be a support zone. We can see it was a resistance zone there, a failed support zone there, managed to break past that resistance. So the market might just be range bound between 4060 and 4224, but we really need to see a breakout past this 4156 for the chart to turn bullish. Any price action below the cloud is bearish. Any price action above the cloud is bullish. So the weekly Ichimoku cloud is still in bearish territory with downside risk to the front end cloud chart support zones. Now let's take a look at the daily. Yeah, we've had a beautiful rebound here in March. A nice strong rally from this cluster of cloud chart support zones there. You can see that zone there as well. Market came in and rebounded within that zone, and also at this point in time we were quite far away from the bottom in the cloud. Yeah, so it's kind of a reversion to the mean type situation. Yeah, gets too far away from the cloud, it's going to reverse, but had great rebound from this cloud chart support zone. Strong rebound, broke through the bottom end cloud chart resistance, only to run into trouble with these old highs there, kind of a small front end cloud chart resistance zone. Snapped back and then rebounded very closely from the 3931 support zone, and then that support zone there, if we pop a line in there. And that support zone also was a support zone at the beginning of March, and then it came through later on. Strong rally, broke through the top end cloud chart resistance, only to run into trouble at this 4156 zone, which we now know is the bottom end of the weekly. You can remember that zone there. That's resistance zone, so we are making another attempt at retesting that. The good news is we're back above the top end of the cloud on the daily, so the daily chart so far is bullish. Will we break past that zone, or are we going to move into this resistance zone between 4156 and 4224? So that's a tremendous amount of upside resistance for the market within that range bound zone. You can see last time in end of January, February also reversed lower from that level. But we really want to see a high volume rally breaking past this cloud chart resistance levels on the weekly. Now, if resistance holds within this zone, there's a downside risk to the front end of the cloud here, this major support zone there. It's 4008, basically 4000. That's quite a major support zone. So you can see between this 3990 and 4008 is a cluster of support, a major support zone. So as long as the S&P stays above this zone, the rally on the daily is intact. So downside risk if resistance holds back down to the top end of the cloud here, and then a continuation of the rally from there if support holds at this 4008 zone. So keep an eye on that zone. Now let's turn to the 4-hour Ichimoku. You can see here, beautiful cloud cross here, nice trade signal there, as well as a rebound from the bottom end of the cloud there, another rebound from this bottom end cloud chart support zone, another rebound from the top end of the cloud there, and then we also generated a buy signal from an Ichimoku cloud chart perspective and captured most of that rally. It then ran into this 4156 zone. That was time to take the profits off the table and wait for a particular swing trade rebound from that zone. Let me just buff this chart up a little bit so it looks a bit more better. There we go. Now we found support at the top end of the front end of the cloud, and now will this zone hold, this cluster of support here, 4128, will that support hold? Could get a test from that and then making another attempt to break past this 4156, and then that would activate this 4224 upside resistance target if we get a successful rebound from this front end cloud chart support zone. But looks like the buyers came back in here at 4122, and that was also the low there. So looking for a potential rebound from that zone. But upside targets would be 4156 and then 4224 if we get a successful continuation of this cloud chart rebound at this front end cloud chart support zone of 4128. If support fails at the top end of the cloud, we're then looking at this bottom end front end cloud chart zone, roughly 4080 there as a key support zone, and then 4060. If that support zone fails, then we're looking at 4060, the other support zone here at the bottom end of the cloud. So these are the downside risk targets if support fails at the top end of the cloud. Now it's interesting, we've got a MACD buy signal here at this particular rebound, so keep an eye on it. Will we get that 4156 and 4224 taken out? That's the upside resistance targets on the 4-hour. 3-hour one has also chucked off some lovely swing trades. There's a cloud chart rebound there, another cloud chart rebound there, buy signal there, a sell signal up there, and now we're looking as well for this kind of front end cloud chart support. So now interestingly on the 3-hour chart, we've got this little downside risk here, indicating that maybe this rally is not off to a good start on the 3-hour, but we'll keep an eye on the 4-hour one to see where we're heading. Looking at the hourly one, yeah, a major support zone on the hourly for the shorter term swing trades is this zone here, 4121. The upside resistance targets on the hourly one is this cloud chart zone, 4154. And then this zone here, that zone. So it's currently, you can see that it struggled after this beautiful rebound here from this old support zone, the 10th. Battled through the cloud, then ran into this front, the old shadow resistance, 4143. Testing that. Now, will we get a particular rebound? Because we're now testing for this support zone between 4143 and 4135. For a potential rebound back to making another attempt at 4154, and then ultimately that high there as the upside resistance targets if the support rally holds. So if the support here test is successful at this front end cloud chart support zone, we should see a rally back up to the old highs of 4156 and 4171. Is that high? Let me see, 4171, yeah, on the hourly Ichimoku cloud. But the chart to keep an eye on is that 4-hour one. Will we get that particular rebound? Will it continue? Will support come in at this top end of the cloud and then make a rally attempt at 4156 and 4171, and then ultimately the high one of 4224. A good earnings season will get us there. A bad earnings season will get us right back down to here at the bottom end of the front end of the cloud chart support zones. Until next time, happy cloud chart trading. Bye for now.